Sorry for the interruption. Here's the next I am telling about that one. 1.5 grams of ethane on complete combustion. It gives 4.4 grams of carbon dioxide and 2.7 grams of water. Show that reaction obeys laws of conservation of mass. Here's once again I tell you 1.5 grams of ethane complete burning. So it need oxygen. Then what does it give? Carbon dioxide and water and energy. That's the heat in the form of. So here 2 molecules of ethane needs 7 molecules of oxygen to gives rise to 4 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water and heat. So here the ratio is mass by molar mass. So carbon 12, hydrogen 1 and oxygen 16. So here's the mass of the compound of the ethane is 1.5. Again C2H6 carbon 12, 2 into 12 24 plus hydrogen 6. 24 plus 6 is 30. Then in order to remove the decimal point, so observe that decimal point, then we apply 10 here. So 15 by 300 is equal to 1 by 20 ratio. That's 0.5 moles. So here is a question is there, how that law of mass of law of conservation of mass holds good. For 2 moles of ethane it needs 7 moles of oxygen. It is given here only. So we got the mass of the oxygen is there, that's for 0.05 ethane it needs how many moles of oxygen? That is 7 by 2, 7 and by 2 divided into 0.05, that is equal to 7 by 2 into 0.05 becomes 1 by 20, that is 7 by 40 moles of oxygen is needed. Again number of moles of oxygen, how much of number of moles of oxygen? Again mass by molar mass, 7 by 40 is equal to mass by oxygen is 32. So by the cross multiplication we are getting mass is equal to 7 by 40 into 32, then mass is equal to 5.6 grams. So oxygen mass is 5.6 grams. So apply that one. Ethane 1.5 grams, it is given clearly, and 7 moles of oxygen, that is 5.6 grams is given, that we got it here itself, and 1.5 then 5.6, 4 carbon dioxide is given in the question only, then 6 moles of water, that is 2.7. So by adding these two, 1.5 grams and 5.6, we are getting 7.1, again 4.4 and 2.7, again we are getting 7.1. So both are equal, reactants and products. Hence it's proved the law of conservation of mass. Hence it is proved that law of conservation of mass. Do you understand, dear students? See, it's very beautifully given how it is. Very nice explanation by law of conservation of mass by the example, by quoting. The second one, law of definite proportion. It is by Frost. It is by Frost. What is the law of definite proportion? The chemical compound in which the matter which is formed from any source, it will be combined in the same fixed proportion in mass. Very clearly, the chemical compound, the matter which is formed from any way or any source, it will be combined in the same fixed proportion in its mass. Observe that one. Here we are taking the 3 examples. ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. sea water ಲಿ, rain water ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು tap water ಲಿ. Law of definite proportion ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, definite proportion, that should be definite proportion. So observe that one. Sea water, what is the formula for water? H2O. How many moles, how many atoms of hydrogen is there? 2. Then atomic mass is 1 and 2. Then oxygen is 1, 16. 2 is to 16. In rainwater also 2 atoms of hydrogen and then 1 atom of oxygen. Again it's 2 into 16. Again water in tap water, this is the same. So this is called as a law of definite proportion. See the beautiful example. I think you're following nicely. ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ವಾಟರ್ ಸಿ ವಾಟರ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ರೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ವಾಟರ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. 2 into 16, 2:16, 2:16, 2:16. ಇದನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ 1:8, 1:8, 1:8 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಪರ್ cuprous carbonate also. That's about another question. So one more neat examination question is there. Again, what is the question is there? 0.243 grams of magnesium on burning with oxygen yields 0.403 grams of magnesium oxide. This is experiment number 1. Same time, 0.182 grams of magnesium on burning with oxygen yields 0.302 grams of MgO. Show that both the following law of definite proportion. Here the two experiments are there. Experiment number 1 and experiment number 2. Both are following the definite mass of proportion. So observe this in here. Magnesium oxygen and magnesium oxide. So how it comes under? This is an experiment number 1, experiment 2. We are taking 0.243 and oxygen is, how do you get oxygen? 0.243. Observe the first experiment, 0.243 magnesium, and how much of the yield is there? 0.4030 or 403 minus this one, MgO minus Mg, then we get O, oxygen. Then same type in experiment number 2, 0.182 and 0.302. Subtract 0.30 the product minus one of the reactant, then you will get another reactant. So if you take the ratio magnesium is to oxygen, we getting 0.243 by 0.160, that's 1.51. Similarly in experiment number 2 also we are getting 0.182 divided by 0.120, again 1.51 we are getting. So this is law of definite proportion. So this is the two laws are there. In the next one I am going to explain the law of multiple proportion. Just to follow this one, a short note. Have a break and then get the laws clearly by the examples. It is helpful for both NEET and CET and as well as the board exams also. Thank you. I continue with this, the law of multiple proportion in the next one. Just wait, have a break.